Hi everyone, this is Isabel with your new moon in Gemini reading today. We are going with the animal cards and the wild unknown mages shuffled in, and I'm just going to tell you a little story. I mean, I could go into the energy of the moon and everything that it means, but right now the energy of the moon is, for me at least, that I can't really be bothered. I can't really be bothered with anything. And so that's the energy for me. I don't know how it's working out for you, but you know, we're just going to tell this story and take it how it applies for you. Take it how it resonates. It could be about any kind of situation for you, but it could also be about you know, the general energy in the world, and we are just going to see how things roll. Okay. So, wow, okay. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay. The funny thing is that I was in such a jittery mood and I started this video about 5 times, and one of the one of the things that I did was actually play with a vampire tarot, which isn't lighthearted and fun and can't be bothered at all. But it actually gave me something not dissimilar to this. And it, okay, so see, there seems to be some consistency at least, which is nice, because this has been a frustrating afternoon, let me tell you. Okay, so first to come out in the cards are the cosmic egg and the nightingale. Actually, yeah, they should be like this. Yeah, the cosmic egg and the nightingale, which yeah, that is very nice to see, because the cosmic egg, it means unlimited potential. You know, it means the whole cosmic dance. It means endlessness, and there is the nightingale announcing the dawn, right? And as you can see, that the nightingale is depicted as sitting on top of the world, so kind of on top of the world feeling. But also, you could say that it also looks kind of like, you know, this egg as well. So yeah, maybe the little bird is coming out of the egg, and maybe we are being protected and guarded until we are ready to come out and to sing in the dawn or something. This card also has everything to do with speaking, of course, with speaking and singing, and expression, which of course is very has everything to do with Gemini. And I love that. That is a great initial energy to see. And then we have a very interesting row, which is the Emperor, the Dolphin, and the Elk, which is, to me, among the animal cards, also very much associated with the Emperor. Okay, because of the crown that he is wearing, of course, right? He is the boss. He rules the forest, and also because in those two decks they both have this sun that has been eclipsed, and this points to me to another impression that I have been getting on this moon's energy, is that there are a lot of unknowns yet, that a lot of the information that we are getting is incomplete, or we don't know everything yet, and so this, on the one hand, this is a cause for caution, because I find it interesting that those two cards are guarding actually this dolphin. who just wants to play and wants to be off and do fun things. And here is an eclipse saying, well, you don't see everything. And here's another eclipse saying, you don't see everything yet, little dolphin. Okay, and so it seems that, yeah, that on the one hand there is some mystery, there is some caution and unknown, but there is also this great reassurance. Again, I see those two kind of as guardians, as of the dolphin, until he is ready to come out, until the sun is ready to shine, you could say. Because the interesting thing about dolphins is, of course, that they, and that is what he that what it usually talks to me about, is someone who is far ahead of everyone else, who speaks in another frequency, okay, who produces a language that others can't understand or can't even hear, right? Who when he talks, people just stare at them like, what are you even talking about, right? Like someone who is far ahead, who has the most brilliant ideas for the future, who can see into the future, who knows their own potential, all that kind of thing. And so I see this, yeah. So once again, I am reminded of this being guarded until it is time to, yes, being guarded until it is time to speak. Being, it is, it's like an incubation period. It is like we are still being inside the egg, inside the cocoon, as it were, for a reason, because we are being developed. It is like our brain, our whole energy, or our brain, or our higher functioning, or whatever, is being prepared for speaking in a different functioning in a different frequency, you could say, right? And yes, the result of that will be this enormous self-assurance and sovereignty, and knowing what to do. And so I think one of the lessons is not to be too giddy at this time as well, because I know that a lot of people, at least here in the Netherlands, a lot of the measures are being lifted, and everyone seems already seems to be ready to forget that the whole thing with the pandemic has actually happened. And we aren't out of the woods yet, but people are being very optimistic and just ready to go. But those two are saying, we don't know everything yet, and keep seeing this as a pause, as a preparation for something new, okay, something that will be revolutionary, and that will require of us a whole new way of thinking, and a whole new way of speaking, of expressing ourselves, okay, of communicating with one another, and communicating with ourselves. But it does seem to be a caution that we don't know everything yet. And yeah, I think that is what the cosmic serpent is definitely also saying. Like, you, I think it expresses several things. It expresses that people kind of feel like we are being held in kind of a stranglehold, but on the other hand, it that is also not all. That is also not all that it is, okay? Because we are being protected until we are ready to come out and do this and sing in the dawn, okay? Because the promise of the dawn is already there. I mean, you can also see these in these two cards, that the eclipse, even though the light is obscured, the corona of the sun is visible around the dark, okay? So we know that the light is still there. We know that it's there, and when the shadow shifts, we will be able to see everything. Okay, so the next two cards, because I laid like a, you know, a downward pyramid, and that is interesting because then you can use connectors, and like so, you see, because between the dolphin and the emperor we have the hermit, and between the elk and the dolphin we have the cosmic serpent. So that's interesting because that is let's start with those two together. Yeah, so there's that reflects actually what we have seen, that we are right now, we are being withdrawn and we can't see the light. It's interesting because this hermit can't see the light, but it's right above him. He is actually carrying this light. He is the one carrying the light forward. I think that's I think it's kind of funny actually. He's sitting in the dark and saying, "Ooh, it's so dark in here," but he already has the light. He has already the light. He is the one bringing in the light. Okay, so yeah, I think that's an interesting one. Okay, with the sea serpent also, which is once again, it's kind of similar to the cosmic egg. Okay, because the sea serpent itself is biting it, chasing its own tail, you could say, and it doesn't even see that the sea serpent itself is actually an eye, and you can also see it as a little egg full of the thing in the middle, as a little egg full of potential, another little egg being guarded by a spirit animal, so until it can come out, until it can burst open and burst forth. And yeah, so I understand everyone's impatience, even my own, because it does seem to be slow going. I mean, look at this hermit, he's not really going anywhere, okay, and nor is the sea serpent. But I like how both of them are carrying their own light with them, even though they cannot really see the end. Okay, I like that. All right, and yeah, when you see it, it's interesting because when I see those together, then again I am getting from the hermit kind of a caution for the dolphin, like, you know, just be patient, little dolphin. I mean, you are young and you are raring to go, but I have seen it all, and I know that it takes time to carry the light forward. Okay, that is what the hermit seems to be saying to the dolphin. And oh, I'm switching them around. Okay, well, yeah, fine. The cards fall as the cards fall. All right. So here we have the elk and the dolphin, and with the sea serpent in the middle. So that is. Oh, I like how this looks, because it is like the dolphin is actually swimming towards the sun now. It's like he wants to reach that little black dot and and play with it, you know, like the dolphins do. And here is the sea serpent saying, well, if you just wait, then this little circle will light up all by itself. Okay, and for this you are already carrying the energies, because if you look at the dolphin card, it is surrounded by these circular energies, like its own frequencies, you know, that only he can understand, and they are coming from whatever is inside this this sea serpent, this circling energy. Oh my goodness, I sound so vague. I hope that you can make sense of any of this, because the bottom card, I like this such a lot, is the tiger. And the tiger, to me, among the animals, is among the animal cards, is the High Priestess card. Okay, because it is an enormously powerful animal, but very solitary and very very instinctual, of course, but and mysterious and unapproachable. So this is why my first association with this one is High Priestess, but it is also an enormously strong card, enormously strong and predatorial. Okay, and the Tiger definitely knows that slow and steady does it, right? That you have to observe before you pounce, and you need to strategize, and you need to have all the information, and you need to wait until the wind is right, and also she can see in the dark, okay, because tigers also often hunt by night. I like that. I like that, to see that she knows what is what, and has gained wisdom, and is going from this from oh, I suddenly know everything, and now I need to do everything right now. And she is saying, well, if you just wait a bit, you will know more, because you don't know it all yet. And she also knows that the biggest mystery is herself. Okay, and yeah, oh right, I like that. So it is, the whole thing is a lot about information, and about almost like learning a new language, like everything. Our whole way of expressing ourselves will have to change, because everything else is changing as well. Okay, and there are a lot of new energies and frequencies that are descending upon us, and that will find expression in the world, and we will have to figure out how to voice this, how to express this, how to vocalize this, right? And so I think yeah, we can't do little else but to understand that the powers that be are not telling us everything. They are not. But it is also possible that even they don't know everything. Okay, there is such a lot of unknowns going on, and the only certain thing, I do feel though that this one in the middle is kind of being reassured by those two. Okay, they are the powers around us, and by that I mean our guides. They are saying, well, there are a lot of unknowns, but we are with you, and we give you this time to adjust your your receiver and your transmitter, right, to this whole new language that that we will need to express whatever is going to come. Yeah, wow. So, okay, what else? Is there anything else that I need to know about this? Because I have even trouble expressing this. I realize that I sound so hesitant because even I don't really know how to express, how to verbalize, how to find words for all this newness. Okay, yeah, wow, I do feel there's a lot to be said for just going dolphin and just making noises. All right. Oh wow, that's interesting. I just want to see, can we get anything more about this, guys? Do you have any advice? Maybe that's best. Can we get any advice on this one? Whoa. That is interesting, because that one also... Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, actually, when I ask for advice, I get the same thing, basically. Because here is the oyster, very safe inside its shell, and just sitting there and making its pearl, right, until it's ready to come out. To wit, this very pearl is being made by us through pain, because pearl is a response to pain, okay? So we are in our own shells responding to pain by making it into something exquisite, right? And the oyster just sits still and lets all the information come to it. It has all these little tentacles and feelers to feel how the current is going, and also to feed. And it is completely comfortable while doing all these things. And so take your time with that, with being in your shell. And don't be afraid that you are getting too comfortable in there, because that is exactly what we need to be right now, comfortable with ourselves and sitting on our pearl, okay? Until we are ready to come out and to move forward, having and there is the sun coming out, from the light coming out from all behind the darkness, and we will have integrated this. Because there is this, the horse is carrying forward the mystery, right? That the high priestess already knows that she has, and here we are running off into the world with it. I like that here on the horse has on the high heart the pentacle. Actually, I have a pentacle at exactly the same spot. That's funny. Yeah. So that means that this light is descending into us, and we get to carry it forward. You could, yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so what kind of assistance are we receiving with that? How is Spirit helping us with that? Okay, therefore we go to, hang on. Oh. Right. White Light Oracle. I love the White Light Oracle, guys. Can't recommend it enough. Alright, so how is Spirit helping us with that? What are we receiving? What kind of info? Wow, that is actually... Okay. 2. One is the sacred scar, and that means healing. And I find it fascinating that once again we have here on the high heart is a wound that that needs healing. All right, and it isn't completely closed yet, and this is why we need to caution ourselves with moving forward too fast. I find it also very interesting that suddenly my voice is a lot lower and a lot more quiet, because yeah, this is something that we need to take our time with, and it is actually kind of heavy. I mean, we are all moving, we are all feeling this restlessness and this giddiness that is coming from the stars. It's the excitement of the Gemini moon, and you know, a lot of nice new things seemingly coming in. But on the other hand, we also have here the sacrament of extreme unction, and that is the last rites before you die, or even right after you die. Okay, and so this, to me, this is kind of among the among the White Light Oracle. To me, this is kind of the death card, like the card of the ultimate moment of transformation, of leaving your shell, of leaving the body, and saying farewell to that what is known. Okay, and in this case, this is whatever the corporeal. So this is the healing of what we need, the healing of our inner shell, and moving out of the outer shell. Okay, so it is definitely a radical movement into the new, but we cannot do that before we have gone through this process of healing, and we cannot do that before we have completed whatever cycle we are completing. And so spirit is preparing us for this for this release. And yeah, we are being so guarded. We are being so guarded and protected during this phase, and we are being led forward. And yeah, so really all I can say at this point is trust the process, trust your gut, trust what your guidance is telling you. We are being moved forward. We are being moved forward, but just ignoring what is going on is not the way, and thinking it is already over is also not the way. And yeah, we can use this tremendous boost of energy that we are feeling right now to accomplish a lot in our own lives, but at the same time we are still being asked to be patient and to incubate whatever newness is coming in, right? It is, yeah, it's like we need this time to integrate whatever is new, whatever newness is coming, and to learn to speak this, to learn to how to speak this new language. Wow. Okay, the last one that wants to come out is probably my favorite card in this deck. This is Bath Call, and this is the absolute truth, the absolute inner truth. And her advice always is go within, go and trust your heart, trust your guidance, trust your inner truth, and that way all the incomplete information or downright misinformation or disinfo will not affect you, okay, and will not affect your inner core if you just trust that your inner truth is absolute. Okay, so wow, I think that is beautiful, and to me this makes a lot of sense of all these contradictory things that I have been feeling over the last few days. So I hope that this helps you too, and if so, please do subscribe and like and share this video. Also, please do follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. The links are below. I do weekly live fortune telling sessions, and you are perfectly welcome to join me there as well. So I hope that this helps you, and enjoy these energies, enjoy this beautiful new moon, and I hopefully see you soon. Okay, thank you. Much love to you. Bye bye.